Welcome to the Catchin Up with Carter podcast. Our family would like to say thank you for choosing our podcast to spend time with. Please be sure to follow our family on all our social media handles, including Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Now, stand by for the Catchin Up with Carter show in 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Hey everybody, and welcome. Hopefully you guys have been doing well. What have you been doing this summer? Please let me know. We've been busy as a family so far. It's only been a few weeks out of school already. I got a new job too. I've been out in the field doing stuff with crops and corn and soybeans and some stuff with entomology also. Can't say too much about it yet, but I really enjoy my new job. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. The weather's been pretty darn nice, at least in my part of Illinois. A lot of cool things coming up too. I'm really excited. And tonight I get to interview my buddy Peter again. He is a rail fan. I'm also going to feature maybe one other person at the end for a few minutes. I don't know. I have to wait and see if he's available for a phone call. Somebody I just met through Instagram that's in Springfield. Zach is his name. He's also a rail fanner. He's been doing it for a long time. He's ridden in a few trains, he said, too. But Peter and I, we go kind of back a little ways. Peter Moore is his name. He's a photographer, but he's a train enthusiast. He has been on my show on YouTube as well as on here several times already, and he usually has the best outcome, like the most listeners, at least on YouTube still. And I've interviewed quite a few people, even celebrities, some of them, and he has more than them. There are a lot of people out there that are people that are train enthusiasts or rail fanners, or maybe people that want to get more into it or don't know enough and want to learn more. And that's why I'm glad we're doing this, because I've learned a lot with Peter so far, and I'm excited to talk to him about what's going on this summer. And it's also his birthday this weekend. I gotta ask him some birthday questions. What's he want? I'm supposed to go over and see him too on his birthday. So in a few minutes, we're going to be talking with rail fanners, enthusiast extraordinaire, Peter Moore, who is also a great photographer of sunsets and, of course, trains and many other things. So we're going to talk to Peter in a few minutes after these messages. Be right back. Hey, you. Yeah, you over there. Do you have an idea, a podcast idea, something that would go great on this show that somebody should know about, that you or somebody that you know could tell us about? Send us an email at catchinupwithcarter@gmail.com. That's Catchin with no G in the middle. catchinupwithcarter@gmail.com. We want to know your ideas and we want to talk about them. Toodaloo. All right, welcome back. I have my boy Peter Moore on the phone. Happy soon-to-be birthday. How old are you turning this weekend, my guy?
I will be 26 on Sunday.
26. Got to round up to the nearest 5 now, man. You're 30. No, I'm kidding. Man, what are you gonna do for it? What I know a little bit because I'm privy enough to be invited. But what all do you plan on doing that day?
I'm just gonna have like a little get together at the pavilion at Rochelle. Nothing too special. Just to see family and friends. Gonna have cupcakes or something, maybe a little snack or something. So to eat. Not gonna have cake or anything. But I'll probably have cupcakes. That's pretty much it. Saturday though, I'll be seeing some people too as well, because Franklin Park is having railroad days down there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know what they're bringing for locomotives. They usually have locomotives they set out, and you get to stand in line. You get to go in. They'll let you go in one or two of the locomotives. Usually Metro brings over something, and then probably CP and KC. CPKC will bring something, and then the Belt Railway of Chicago sometimes brings something, and then UP once in a while will do something too.
So why, off the air, we were just talking, and you mentioned how Rochelle doesn't do that anymore. Why is that? Why don't we have something cool? Because you're saying those things, I'm like, I wouldn't mind going on one of them trains. What? Why don't we do that here?
I honestly don't know why.
I don't understand.
Because this year, because of the bathrooms and stuff, that they're redoing the bathrooms and the windows at Rochelle, because they're trying to make it to where the backside, where wheelchairs can get inside.
Mm-hmm.
So usually Rochelle's normally the first weekend in June, and then Franklin Park's after. And they used to have it where UP would bring the locomotives at Rochelle for railroad days, and then the next weekend, since they're already out that way, they just leave the power, and then next weekend they bring them out to Franklin Park. They put them in Bentonville Yard, and then the next day they come out to Franklin Park. But I have no idea. I've been trying to find that out, and I've even asked UP employees, and they don't know what the reason is. Because that would be upper management. I mean, there was nothing bad that happened. I don't know why UP all of a sudden quit bringing them. I know one year they were supposed to bring. Was that the year just before COVID? They were supposed to bring some out, and I guess from what I was told, somebody went up in the Global 3 and tried to get pictures, and that basically stopped them from bringing them out. Because you're not supposed to be in Global 3 in the yard out there.
Oh.
So that kind of, I guess they were upset and they decided not to. Because I guess they might have been afraid. I'm thinking, if I'm UP, I'd be afraid, well, if they're going to, disobey the rules, because they don't like people in their locomotives, so they're worried that people are going to go inside there and start walking inside. Because, when we used to get pictures, they used to park them over there by the on the other side of the old C&W depot downtown Rochelle.
Yeah.
A little small track. They used to park them there, and there was no police officers and nothing there, so people just go get their photos and stuff. So if somebody wanted to damage something, they could because there's nobody around. So maybe that's why they were afraid of. I don't know. That I'm just assuming. It could be multiple reasons, but if I was UP, I'd be concerned.
Well, I'm hoping that maybe this one, or I don't know if they always have, or if they ever do, or if they will, but I'm hoping that the people that run this or are involved, or people that know somebody that is involved with the Rochelle Railroad Park, maybe can listen, okay? I lived next to the place for a year and a half, and I've been to several events there and different things there, and I just don't understand why certain things are the way they are there. I don't feel they utilize it enough at all. The last railroad days we went to, there was a rock climbing wall. That has nothing to me. I know, I understand it's fun for kids, and that's cool, but you have to have more train-related stuff. It can't just be, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I remember being to it before, and I remember there being like model train tables, and there was like other demonstrations and stuff going on, and I don't know, I just have not been really impressed by our events out here in Rochelle. I don't feel like they're advertised enough, and I also found out that you can have a food truck there. The city of Rochelle is okay with it. You don't have to pay anything extra, and you can do it a whole bunch more. I can't remember how often, but are you for real? Like, that's like a gold mine to have it, at least on the weekend it is. Because I've seen so many people that come to Rochelle to, railfan and shit. And I just am kind of surprised that Rochelle or the train park don't utilize more on people, I guess. I don't know.
I hate to say this. I don't know Rochelle city-wise, but since the city owned the railroad park has turned for the worse. I mean, there's a lot of things like I mentioned before when we were off air. They took the fire pit out, and it's it just, instead of getting rid of stuff because there are people, especially like the teenagers abusing it, what they need to do, in my opinion, is have a security guard or somebody patrolling the area instead of getting rid of stuff, because that's not, to me, that ain't right to the other people that use things right, for number one, and number two, by them getting rid of things, people are not gonna want to come to Rochelle. I mean, there were things that were reasons why people come. Like, one was the fire pit. People love to just come down there. They could just sit out there and have the fire going at night, come down there in the evenings. Now there's no fire pit. That's one thing. And two, you mentioned, railroad days having things. Even when they're not having things, like if you go inside the shop and there's not a whole lot of selection like there used to. There used to be tons of old cool stuff, even old good shirts to get. You go in there now, it's mainly stuff for kids. And to be honest, though, there's not a lot of, to me, there's not, as maybe a little bit in the summertime, there's not as much kids as there is adults at the railroad park. There are some kids, yeah, but there's more adults than there are kids out there.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a lot of adults.
Usually if there's kids there, a lot of times it's because they like trains and they brought their kids with a lot of times. So, but that's the thing is, it's good for the kids, but adult-wise, there's like nothing. There's not really anything like there used to be. I mean, yeah, they're doing some upgrades and stuff, but there's. Yeah, like I said, there's not much selection, so that's kind of a disappointment. And like I said, seems to be more and more people I know that prefer not to go there. They'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I still like the place a lot. And lately, because my daughter is 2.5 and my son's 1.5 years, they're really into sensory play and sitting on things, and they think it's cool. So they love that little, I think it's a Whitcomb, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They love. We go there like twice a week now, and they play on the steps of it and crawl up and down, and they pretend like they're driving it. They just love it. I think it's so cool. They want to climb the other one, but it says stay off, so that's lame. But I understand we don't want nobody to get hurt. I was a little disappointed at first though with the building too, because I thought they were going to expand the building also, but they were just adding on the handicap thing. It does look nice there. I don't know. I just wish they could do a little bit more, or have a little cafe there or something, because we would walk to it like a few times a week. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, they're redoing the bathrooms too. Redoing it all. Ain't the system and everything, because it's old. So
okay.
Old that they got to I think all the plumbing and all that they're redoing. So that's pretty much all they're doing in the windows. They're supposed to, and I haven't heard any more on it but they're supposed to be putting more lighting at the railroad park, because all the lights are technically on the BNSF side. They're trying to put more lights on the UP side, but I haven't heard any more on it. There hasn't been any more details on it.
You have a wild kid over there?
No, I got that's the roommates. I think they're playing video games.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
I'm sorry about that.
No. You're good, man. Of course. I thought I was a kid. No, you what else you got going on? Tell me what do you have going on this summer? You said off the air you're like, man, June is busy. Tell us why. What's going on? What are some things you got?
Of course, and I got Father's Day weekend. I'm actually going out to on Sunday. I'm off. My dad's coming to town from Tennessee to come visit for a few days, but we're going up to the Silver Creek Museum here in Freeport. My friend John's going to be, John Bertram is going to be riding the steam engine, and me and my dad and my grandfather are going to all be inside the steam engine, because if you can ride the steam engine, you can go inside there. It's like $12 to, I believe it's $12 to ride the steam engine. If you want to ride the car, it's $8.
How far do you go?
You just go up the track a little bit, you cross 2 creeks and come back. It's probably about a 40-minute drive.
I've never done it. I'll do it. You said it's this weekend?
It's Father's Day weekend. It'll be Sunday and Monday.
Monday.
Over Father's Day weekend. But they'll have if you can't make it out for Father's Day weekend, they will be out again the following Sunday, because Train Magazine is going the same weekend as Galesburg and Rochelle Railroad Days. Trade Magazine is coming to Freeport, and
why?
They're gonna come out to the museum, so they're gonna be running the steam engine again.
Wow!
And then if you can't make that, then there'll be one more run with the steam engine Labor Day weekend. That'll be Sunday and Monday, and then if you're interested, I think you probably saw my photos the last couple of years, and they do it different every year. Freeport has a Halloween haunted train ride.
What? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do it the last 3 weekends. It's the last 3 weekends in October before Halloween.
Dude,
It's
we're
Friday
going.
and Saturday night.
We're
but
going.
You got to go there and get tickets beforehand, because if you go last minute, then you might not get any tickets. Because I know last year I went at like 5 o'clock to grab tickets, and I didn't get a ride until 11. My ticket wasn't until 11 p.m. I mean, that's how many people come out for that ride.
Dude, okay, I'm reaching out to somebody. I'm going to figure out who to contact. We're going to talk about it, and I'm going to go. Because I did not know it. That sounds so cool to me.
And if you're going to come out and do the haunted train ride,
yeah.
you got to also, last year, I didn't get to do it, and didn't have enough time, but they also, if you ever heard of Crate Park, they have a haunted hay ride. So
I didn't know that, but I love Crate Park, and if anybody's hearing this, we love parks and recreation, and Crape, Krape, what he just said, he's so right. I was just there last week. Again, I've been going there all my life, but I just was there last week because we went to a doctor appointment for my son. But that park is such a great park, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, so they're having that. They usually have that in October. But back to what we were talking about things that I got going planned.
Yeah, June.
Here in the future, I'll actually be going to some new places in Iowa. I've never photographed a rail fan before.
Oh, okay. I bet that excites you.
I'm going out to Mason City, Iowa, the Tuesday after Father's Day weekend. So I have a reunion out there in Iowa, so I'm going out a couple days beforehand.
A family reunion?
Mason City. So in Mason City, there's a diamond. Union Pacific crosses the Canadian Pacific, and Iowa Northern runs out there. And actually, my friend Austin is based out of Mason City, so I'm actually hoping I can get him on a train. He's a conductor for CPKC, and I've never seen him yet on a train yet. So I'm actually hoping to get him on a train and visit him a little before he has to go to work.
I never thought of that, like being able to get a picture of one of your friends driving it. That would be cool. That would be really neat.
Well, I just got my friend Ryan, who's based out of Waterloo. He actually took a RTC train, Geo train. They're inspecting the sightings all the way from Munger to Dubuque the other day. He had one unit. He was going long hood forward, and long hood forward means units going backwards, and instead of elephant styles, where it's forward, and long hood forwards where it's backward and reverse. So they were pulling one little car, and there were people in the back of that car inspecting the sightings because they're upgrading all the sightings over my way. So I got to see him go through, and I chased him a little bit. So I see him all the time because he works for Canadian National. But yeah, I got friends, and also my friend Dave Hawley. He works for Union Pacific. You will actually, I don't know if anyone's planning on coming to Rochelle for my birthday. If you are or anything, but my friend Dave Hawley is supposed to be running a train that day through Rochelle, going in from Proviso to Global 3. So we'll be seeing him go through Rochelle at some point.
He'll probably lay on his horn really good for you maybe that day.
Oh yeah, he'll blast his horn through. He'll be during the day, so it won't be at night. So, but he'll be probably blasting his horn at the crossing. He usually does. But sometimes he'll give a nice smoke show too. So, anyway, so I'm going to Mason City, and then I'm going to go to Mills Tower, which is Iowa Falls, just an hour south of there. And I was there once last year, and I was not disappointed. Train traffic was pretty decent, and it's the same CN line that goes through here, and then it's the UP line. It's a UP line that goes from Des Moines up to the Twin Cities. When I was up there last year, I got a train. It was all flatbeds with windmill, the motors for the windmills. That's what the whole train was, motors for the windmills. I've never seen that before. So I got that at Mills Tower last year, and you can actually, if you're ever interested and want to watch a rail cam, if you look up Mills Tower, there's actually a rail cam right there that points right at the diamond.
Okay, Mills Tower. That's Iowa. Okay.
Yep. It's called Mills Tower. It's in Iowa Falls, and then I'm gonna go be there till dark, and then Ackley, Iowa is the next town, which I used to camp there, and they have a line called the Iowa River Line. It's a little branch line that CN serves to. So it used to go. It only goes to Ackley now. It's only a couple miles long railroad, but where they have it, it's shootable. It's right on the side of the road. It used to be called, the railroad used to be called the St. Paul and St. Louis Railroad. It went from St. Paul to St. Louis, but that's all been ripped out. And there is, actually, if you go up to the campground in Ackley, they actually still have the old bridge with the track still on it, the old creek they used to cross. It's still there in the campground.
That'd be a good picture there.
Stuff. I took pictures last year of it.
Yeah.
I probably won't get to it this year, but yeah, if you want to see something cool abandoned, they have the bridge that they went over across through the camp, because the tracks used to go through the campground. So yeah, if you're interested, go up to the campground just past the campsite behind it, and you can get pictures. There's like a little small walk path trails back there you can walk, and you go right under it, and you have to climb up a little bit, but you can get pictures of the track still in there and the bridge. So, which is pretty cool.
You know, you said something about Galesburg too, right? Because this other guy Zach has been following me. Go ahead.
That'll be on my way back. Because every year because my reunion's from Thursday to Saturday night, so Sunday morning we take off. I'll probably head to Galesburg. They have Railroad Day Saturday and Sunday.
How was that over there?
Weekend.
Is it good?
Yeah, when I've gone, that's been pretty good. I mean, they have stuff on display. I mean, the thing I like going is Galesburg's busy. I mean, there's a lot of BNSF railroads. So, if you want trains, Galesburg's your place. Well, like I said, there's one, two, three. I want to say, I'm trying too many to think, but I think like there's 5 or 6 railroad BNSF lines coming in there. So it's a very busy place. But yeah, so I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go to Silvis beforehand. They have a lot of units in storage there. And I don't know if you know this. Remember, I think it was our first or second podcast. I think our first podcast, when I told you I was going to chase the UP hospital train.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Those steam engines, that's where they're at. They're at NRE in Silvis. So I might be able to see them out. They're probably not done fixing it up, but I'm going to be maybe go take pictures of those if they're out and about, because that's where they're at right now. Is in Silvis. But yeah, a couple other places I'm going to while I'm out there. I'm going to Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Nice.
And UP just built a whole new yard out there. Since the last year I was out there, they made a whole nother yard. So UP has 3 yards in Cedar Rapids.
Isn't it?
They have 3. They have 3 yards, and then there's the Krandic goes into Cedar Rapids, and they have 2 yards. So they have one of their own, and they have one where they share with Iowa Interstate. And then Canadian National goes out there. They have a yard, and then Iowa Northern comes out there. They don't have a yard, though, but they come out there. So there's a lot. That's a big place, too. I'm going to spend the whole day out there. And then I'm also going to be at Waterloo, Iowa, and that's Canadian National, Iowa Northern. But that's pretty much it for when I go to Iowa. But I'm also going to be going back to Union. I was just at Union, but it's in August. I believe it's the second weekend. It's the second weekend in August. Union is having diesel days. So they'll bring all their diesels out, and they'll run them all.
I can't go that weekend. Unless it's, maybe if it's Saturday and Sunday, I can go Sunday, because Saturday, that weekend, is also Fan Expo, which is a Comic-Con in Chicago. And there's some big people coming to it. I'm a Star Wars fanatic, and there's like 4 big ones coming to that from Star Wars. So I'm probably going to go there Saturday. However, I love the train museum in Union. We've talked about it before. I've been meaning to get my family there again. I haven't been there with this unit, my family I'm with, are just amazing as all hell. But I mean, I went with other people in the past, but I've been going there since I was a kid, and kids love it. But I have not been with this batch, and I want to bring the babies. They're just gonna love it. I love going there. There's so much hands-on. You can walk in and actually see what trains used to be like in all different parts of the United States, because there's trains from everywhere there, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and what was I went, like I said, I was there a few weeks ago for my friend's birthday over Memorial Day weekend, and I finally got to see it move, and I got to see the Frisco steam engine moving around. So that was really cool to chase. See that thing, the smoking?
Yeah.
So well, yeah, they got a couple steam engines. They only have 2 that are running. There's only 2 that run. But the other ones, as far as I know, they're just sitting, and I don't know if they can run or not, but they never run them. At least when I'm out there, they haven't. But I know they've got a bunch. I don't know if you haven't been out there in a year or so. They've added a lot of stuff. It's been 2 years for me before this past weekend, and they've added a lot of stuff. It seems like every year they add a few more things.
I mean, the last time I went there was a Pontiac Fiero club there. And there was like 40 Fieros. I got a picture, but so random. You hardly ever see Fiero. Anyway.
Well, they're looking for more volunteers, too. If anybody wants to work there for fun, and they're looking for more volunteers. I actually, when I was there, I got asked if I wanted to. And just with my schedule right now, it wasn't going to work. But they were asking around for people to help volunteer. And
you'd be a good one to work there because you know so much about trains. Dang, you'd be so helpful to them, dude. But you know what? I have reached out to them. I sent them an email, and I haven't heard back. So maybe I should call out there because I want to interview them. I love that place. I think more and more people should know about it. It's really not that far from, well, at least from you and I, like Freeport or Rockford, Rochelle. It's not, an hour or less? It's not that bad. Well, for you, it's probably a little bit more. What, hour and a half maybe from Freeport?
Yeah, hour and a half, because it's only about a half hour from Rockford.
Right.
So.
But, dude, this museum, this Union Railroad Museum is just... Oh, no, it's the Illinois Railroad Museum, right?
Yeah, it's called the Union Illinois Museum.
And they have a really cool car show. When is that? August, I think?
That I don't know.
It's good because they do it. The whole downtown gets pretty much shut down, kind of like Rochelle does. And it's just all old cars. And I went there and then went to the train museum in the same day, and I thought it was great. It was a cool time. I love cars. I love trains. I love it all. I love all machinery. Shoot.
And Union isn't even my favorite museum. It's my second favorite. My favorite's I think I mentioned before is Monticello.
Oh, I thought you said you liked Amboy. No, not Amboy. Mendota.
Mendota's cool.
Yeah.
Monticello is definitely my favorite. I'm a big Illinois Central guy, and they have a lot of Illinois Central stuff down there. Illinois Central went through my hometown, so so that's it. And I'd say I don't know if it's about the same distance for the ride, but it's a fun thing. I never got to ride it. I went down there one year for their railroad days because their railroad days is usually a couple weeks after Union's. So I haven't heard when there is, but I can keep you updated on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I gotta write down some things. I have like a little bucket list of things I want to do this summer with the family, and Union's one of them. But a railroad days somewhere other than just Rochelle.
Interested in going to Mount Mendota has their days too. From what I see, it looks like it is Father's Day weekend. It'll be it'll be Saturday.
Dang, I'll try. I don't know. I
won't be going. I have to work. But I just thought anybody interested in trying to find somewhere new, you can actually go inside and it's free. You don't have to pay anything. You can go in there. They have like some like a little layout in there, and they have old pictures and old stuff from the station. And then you can get to go inside these old cars and stuff, baggage cars and stuff.
That's Mendota, you said?
And then you get to go up inside. You can go up inside the CB&Q steam engine.
This is Mendota you're talking about?
Yeah.
Now, okay, so I gotta go to these places because I've been in Amboy and I've been to Mendota and I've been to several other places with them, and it's usually like an off day where they're not open or whatever, and I gotta go to these places because I'm interested in seeing everything I haven't seen.
Well, what I want to say is if you're going to Mendota, there's not just train stuff there. There's mainly train stuff, but if you go across the street on the other side, you can go and they have a lot of old farm stuff, old farm equipment. And then if you go into the other one in the church, I don't know if you've ever seen, there's like a little tiny church. They usually have a bunch of, like, if you're into art, they have a lot of, like, people that have, did really good paintings all around the area. They have them on the exhibit inside.
No, I didn't. I gotta go. Yeah, we're gonna go there.
So if you're into art, too,
Yeah.
there's stuff of that in there. And then also, the last couple of years that I've been there, they usually have they have like people dressed up as like old cowboys and cowgirls, and they're shooting off their guns in the air, it's not real ammo or anything, but they're out shooting, like they're trying to, and they ride one of the little cars, and it's like it's a robbery.
Really?
Kind of deal. Yeah, they kind of do
That
like a
sounds
little
cool.
in a little small little act.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah,
Man,
so that was kind of cool to see that. They're like shooting each other. It's like cops and robbers kind of deal.
yeah, that'd be dope. I like that.
It's kind of cool. So if you're interested in watching like acting or stuff like that, that's something else they kind of do there. So
Yeah, I am into that. Now, I do have some rando questions here for you tonight. I'm just gonna go on. Well, you know what? No, let's start out with this weekend since it's your birthday. There's gonna be some people that are a part of your Peter Moore Heads Up photography group on Facebook that are probably listening to this, and some people that are gonna be coming on Saturday. So Sunday, and if they don't know already, what are some things that people can buy Peter Moore for his 26th birthday?
well, honestly, I don't. Gifts don't really matter to me. But if you truly wanted to get me something, anything train wise, or if you got, I got a friend that's gonna give me a golf club because I'm gonna start learning how to golf.
There you go.
Anything train wise, or I'm also big into sports. I'm a big Bear fan. Anything Chicago Bears.
So don't buy him a field post. Do not buy. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm a Packer fan.
oh man, sorry.
I know. No, okay. So, and another thing though, I'm gonna speak up for him. This man is a photographer and he's got a Canon camera. I don't know. I forgot what model you said, but
It's a XSI.
XSI. So he also needs some other things for. What'd you say you needed before?
I need
Lenses?
some lenses that zoom in farther.
Zoom lenses. Okay.
Zoom in lenses, that'll go a lot farther.
Okay. And otherwise, he'll take a firm high five or just a happy birthday card would be nice. Well, I'm gonna show up. I'm probably gonna have to bring the kids with me because they love going there anyway. But we're gonna swing by. I know that for a fact. I'm thinking about some things. Okay, so other than that,
again, like I said, I don't care about gifts. I just want to see people. My gift is seeing everybody. That's how I am. I rather just see people.
I understand. I'm the same way. I rather just have people show up. Yeah, I get it. Okay. All right. So on to the random questions. Since we were just on your birthday one, what was your favorite or most unique or random gift you've ever gotten for a birthday? Do you have anyone that stands out? You're like, man, this year I got whatever.
Not really. I guess if I got something, it wouldn't even be train wise. But it probably was my 11th birthday. My grandma and grandpa got me a PlayStation 3, and when it first came out, and what's crazy, I think what was so crazy is how we got the PlayStation. my grandfather was trying to sell tires, and this guy needed tires, and he knew I would need a PlayStation, so he basically told him, I'll give you these 4 sets of tires for that PlayStation 3. And I got so he got the good deal for that PlayStation. That PlayStation back then was worth a lot, when they first come out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I got a PlayStation, 4 free games, and 2 controllers.
There you go. Okay, see, natural story. I love it. I forgot about the PS3, to be honest.
Yeah, and it wasn't the small one. It's the big one that's the big box, the original.
Yeah.
The one that a lot of you can't find anymore. Unfortunately, I don't have that anymore. But
damn it.
When I had that, it came with 4 games. There were 2 racing games. It was MotorStorm and I forget the other one. And then it came. It was Pro Street. And then I came with Grand Theft Auto 4. And my favorite, and it ended up becoming my favorite game of all time. It's called Rainbow Las Vegas Siege.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I prefer that over Call of Duty. And I play a little video games, not a lot, but
me either.
it was a really fun game. But yeah, I have to say that was probably my biggest. I mean, just because of how he got it was kind of cool. But I don't know. I can't recall, something like crazy. I mean, I got something. I think, but since we're talking about gifts, even though it wasn't my birthday, my favorite gift that I got, and I didn't have to pay for it or nothing. You probably heard of him, and he's going to be at my birthday. He shoots a lot of graffiti in Rochelle,
okay.
And he's on the Rochelle pages. His name's Michael Chunko.
Oh yeah.
He's the one that gave me that camera that I have now.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Like, I thought that was really cool of him. He messaged me one day and asked me if I wanted the camera because he knew I'd been wanting one, and he didn't charge me for it. So I was like, wow, what a great guy,
Yeah, mad respect to Michael.
So I have to say that's my favorite gift of all time because, it wasn't my birthday, it wasn't anything. It was the day after Christmas because I was up here visiting friends and I came up and met him and he showed me how to work it and everything. And I had to say that was probably my favorite gift from anybody was from him because, I don't know, it just meant a lot.
I get why. That's a very thoughtful gift, and I love gifts like that anyway. I believe in that. My nana believed in it, and other people I know believe in it. That it's even more rewarding when you see something and it reminds you of that person. You get it for them. That other person really likes it. Instead of a Hallmark holiday. So I understand exactly what you're saying. Okay, so my next random question is, what is your favorite train movie? Or a movie involving trains a lot, I guess. Because that's kind of rough. Because that does open it up a little bit more. Because you have to throw Harry Potter in there. Because there's a lot of train in there.
Well, yeah. Well, Harry Potter is probably my favorite movies of all time. I'm a big Harry Potter nerd.
Respect.
Very big into Harry Potter.
Me too. Respect. I didn't even know that. Me too.
Yeah. I even took the class and everything. I got Gryffindor. But I have to say though, even though I technically am a Gryffindor, I really like the Ravenclaw colors. Anyways, probably Harry Potter would be definitely a good one, but it'd be tied between 2 movies.
Denzel Washington, yep.
Which is based on a true story.
Good one.
And Polar Express.
Oh yeah,
that's probably my other favorite one. That's probably one of my favorite Christmas movies is the Polar Express.
I watched it for the first time this last Christmas all the way through. And I'm 40. I don't know why I don't know. I think it came out when I was in the service and I just never saw it. But it is kind of creepy how close he looks like Tom Hanks.
Well, do you know that that's actually a real train they use in the Polar Express? It's actually it's in Michigan. It's called the Pre-Marquette Steam Engine. Actually, they have a Christmas train when they use that. So I was hoping maybe to go this year for that, to go up to Michigan and see that, because that's that was the used for the Polar Express and the movie.
I didn't know that either. I haven't been up to Michigan for a while, and I just interviewed one of my longtime friends, Jinx. He's a coach up in Michigan, and I know my good friend Cody from the Navy. He's up in Michigan too. I got to get up there. Michigan's not even that far away. Okay, next. I only got a few more questions. What about your photo? What's your photo contest? I didn't even see it this month.
This month, because I'm a big Illinois Central fan, so I put, because IC used to call they had the black paint scheme, and they call that the Death Star scheme, because they have the eye, and it looks, the Death Star, it looks kind of like, if you're big into Star Wars or anything.
I am, and I do know exactly what you're saying.
Death Star, and then they also had the blue units, and we called them the Blue Devils, and so that's since it's my birthday month, and Illinois Central is my favorite railroad, that's what we did for this month.
I was when I was up at the train park the other day with my family, they had a bunch. I don't know if they normally do, but they had like 6 or 7 magazines about trains and buses. And I was looking through them with my daughter Lola, and there's a lot of really cool trains in this United States, man, for real. Like colors I'd never seen before. And they had one magazine I was reading. It was showing like all like winter photos in snow and plowing. It was some good, cool photos, man. I can't wait to see more trains throughout the United States.
Me too.
I really want to ride one, dude. Like ride one across a pretty far distance and just see stuff that you normally wouldn't see from the road, man.
Yeah.
And plane.
Like I mentioned before, Amtrak. I want to ride Amtrak and go through the Colorado mountains. That would be so cool.
Well, that's a possibility.
That would be something cool to see. Go see the mountains. Could you imagine getting photos up there? Getting just trains going through the snowy mountains out there?
Yeah, that'd be
really cool.
Yeah, it really would. Okay, so I'm not going to go too long tonight because my throat is hurting. I got a stupid cold right now. But also because I got to go see my honey bunches, and my kids are probably going to wake up soon. But what I want to touch base always is, how do people follow you? I know you're the Train King or the Train King on YouTube.
Yes, Train King.
Train King, no the.
No the.
Okay. It should be the, but whatever. No, I'm kidding. The Train King. Okay, so that's Train King on YouTube. He's also what's your one on Instagram? It's like a number, right? 97. No.
Yeah, I got the number. Let me look just right now. I always forget myself. It is, well, since we're talking about that, I also have my own photography page on Facebook.
Oh, I didn't know.
Why I'm waiting for this to upload. I got, it's called the Peter Heads Up Photography Group.
Oh, yeah. Peter, Peter, wait, say it again. My bad. Go ahead. What's it called?
It's the Peter Moore's Photography Heads Up Group.
Okay, yeah. And that's Moore, Peter Moore, obviously. Heads Up Photography Group. I'm sorry, I didn't know if you were talking about if you started another page too. I thought maybe you did one.
No. But, and then the other one I have is Instagram, and it's 9676 Peter.
Dude, I literally was going to say those numbers. Because I was like 9676, but I didn't. I was going to say it. Go ahead.
I'll let people know, probably, because I know we talked about doing coming on every 2 months or so. Probably by the next podcast, I'm going to be on another site too. I'm planning on going to, no, I can't even think of it right now. But I'm probably going to check out some, Flickr. That's what I was going to do.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be on Flickr because if you want to see photography, guys, a lot of your big photographers are on that site. So I'm going to be on Flickr too. I got to get that set up. But at some point when I come back from vacation, I'll be doing that. So
Flickr, okay. I haven't really checked it.
Next podcast, next time you invite me on, I'll let everybody know what that is.
And I think I'm trying to think how many we've done total. 5 or 6 now?
This is our 5th one.
Okay, and I've never met the man. That's what's crazy. I never met you yet. I haven't met you. But I'm going to meet you this weekend. And I just thought of a great idea, too. But I can't say it, though. I'm not going to say it out loud. But I got a couple ideas. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Man, Peter, thank you again. This went really well. My voice, I'm sorry. I got this stupid cold in June. Ugh, I'm so irritated. Because I'm working in the sun and I'm just like hot and cold. Ugh. Anyway. Dude, I really hope I know I'm going to see you, but I really hope you enjoy your birthday and all these cool things with Father's Day weekend and enjoy your time with your dad. Oh, you know what? I got to take a moment out real quick. We're going to finish with this kind of a serious note. Peter has lost a couple really close people in his life recently, and I just want you guys to just think about him. He lost a really good close friend and barber of his, and also your grandma, right? Or great-grandma? Great-grandmother. So I'm really sorry to hear about that, but, if you could, just give him a pat on his back or something like that and keep Peter in mind. He's going through some tough time. Just keep him positive. He's going to have a cupcake, maybe one in his face. No, I'm kidding. No, you never know. My kids you got to watch out for Jackson and Mora. They might get you. No. But, man, thank you so much, bro. I hope you have a good month, and we're going to be talking, in like 4 days, 3 days.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.